Everyone loves a bad boy, and the Eastenders, they've had more than their fair share.
If I knew what the secret was of creating a soap villain, I'd be able to sell it and make a fortune.
These are the credentials you need. Gold teeth, bald head, jewellery, bit of that.
I think they're essential. Absolutely. I love bad boys.
Uno.
We're going to have a look at some bad boys past and present, starting with the most recent one. He's certainly no angel.
Oh, it's a very fragile thing.
Who are you?
Drum and bass star Goldie joined Eastenders about a year ago, and he's made an instant impression.
I just need a bit more time, that's all.
That is something that you've run out of, like I've run out of patience!
Since then, he's been back to the square to cause even more trouble.
You've got a parcel and he's picking up.
What about me?
What about you?
Oh no, please! I'm suffocating, please!
You're a bit late, Pauline. Get your hands up! Easy, Doc. She's got a bird here with a bit of a gob on her.
But what's it like playing the latest and most threatening baddie on the square?
I love it. It's just a good laugh.
So you see, I have a problem.
I've got like a henchman who's like Craig David, do you know what I mean? it's just hilarious, do you know what I mean? But you go, he looks like Craig David, that geezer.
You'll be here tonight, yeah? 6 o'clock.
Yeah, the first time I played on Eastenders was last year with obviously Steve, with the card game.
Angel. Easy, Steve. Paul Truman. Must be my lucky day.
I like the way they've written the whole thing. They've obviously chased each other from the past.
We go way back, don't we?
It kind of tells you the backstory, doesn't it?
Some cheeky shade. Hit one of my games with a marked deck.
Oh yeah, and how many bits is he in now? That's me, I'm out.
You know me. Everyone stays in one piece so they pay me back what they owe.
Well, if I wouldn't have paid the debt, I've had to sort him out, wouldn't I?
I've got a reputation to maintain.
Given what I can give him within family viewing ratios.
No, man. No! No, please!
Bad as they may be, bad boys can be kind of sexy. And Angel's wife, yes, he's married, brings with her own bag of trouble.
Paul's basically really scared of Angel, and Angel can feel that he has a lot of power over him.
I want you to look after something for me.
What, like what? Oh, Angel, mate, it's not hot, is it?
It's a little bit hot, yeah.
Angel puts pressures with Paul because he thinks that there's no danger there. You can call me Precious. I think what he underestimated is that although he had a lot of power, love kind of wins.
Come here. What are they like with wine bottles, eh?
Ah, much more my territory. They've got a really good bond together, but there are a lot of, elements out there, external elements that are causing problems.
I don't care what you do to me. Just let my old man go.
Come on, he ain't mastermind. Where is she?
It eventually turns into a choice between whether I love Paul and I want to be with him, but he may possibly be killed, or whether my love is so strong for him that I would prefer him to live and be without me.
Oh, nearly forgot. Paul Truman. I have to kill him.
I decide that I would rather he be safe without me than be in danger with me, and so I leave.
No! No!
While Paul Truman's left quivering about just how Angel's going to wreak his retribution, let's have a look at some other bother boys who've walked the mean streets of Albert Square. And let's start with something for the ladies.
Sexy, everything about you so sexy. You don't even know what you got. You're really hitting my spot. Oh yeah, and you're so innocent. Please don't take this wrong, 'cause it's a compliment. I just wanna get with your love. You gotta learn to let
Stop right there.
First bad boy to hit the square and set the ladies' hearts fluttering was the one and only Dirty Dennis Watts.
The ultimate bad boy in Eastenders is definitely Dirty Den for me.
Dirty Den was the archetype of them all. Suave, debonair, sophisticated, and ability to lie through his teeth with absolute impunity.
He just had some kind of slyness, some kind of sleekness about him, which I enjoyed.
The character of Den, for me, I based on probably one of the greatest players that ever played for West Ham United, Malcolm Allison, who Was a bit of a jet, the lad. He was famous in his later years for wearing a fedora and smoking big cigars, and always surrounded by lovely women.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, just bought a dozen, see how they go.
Not very heavy, is it? And a little bit on the hot side, I'd say.
No, just a teensy-weensy bit warm, that's all.
There was always the dodgy watches. There was, I think there were some radios that Christmas time. There was always around Christmas time, and they always ended up having to give the money back.
They're quite nice then.
Yeah, cost you a tenner.
Oh, well, I'm a bit short this week.
Well, I'll stop it out your wages.
They were the things I remember, but I'm sure there were a lot more. Probably umbrellas with holes in.
It's the big band sound. It's all the range. It's coming back.
Coming back? It's been and gone. Nah, sorry, Den, I don't want to...
I've got boxes of the things.
Try the old people's own.
Den was fun. He got to work probably with the best actress on the set and the best actor. I mean, he worked with Anita Dobson, which is Angie, and also the best actor, which was Rowley. Rowley was always well turned out. Not many actors are.
Calm it, dog. Let's go on.
A few dodgy goods was all that Dirty Dan dabbled in until he found out that Kathy had been raped by Wilmot Brown. That's when things got out of hand.
This is the end, Virgil. There's nowhere to run.
Den took it on himself to sort Wilmot Brown out.
As far as I'm concerned, you're all dead. And if I was you, I'd keep running and don't stop, because the next time I see you, I'm going to kill you.
Den didn't have it in him to burn the Dagmar down himself. So he asked a favour from someone who asked someone else, who found Brad, and then that was his downfall.
Say warm rather than hot.
And you want me to launder it?
Always knew you were bright, Danny boy.
Yeah, for 50 quid, it ain't worth it.
Well, obviously the firm didn't trust Den because they were worried that he was going to spill the beans.
On the way to court, the firm busted Den and took him to a warehouse in an attempt to kill him.
Come out!
Son, you got the wrong fella.
He would never have spilt the beans because he wasn't a grass. In the end, he just went on the run.
And Leslie still finds it hard to talk about how Den was killed off.
This is the bit that really hurts. Den died. Well, they tell me he's dead. I don't think so. Anyway, he was shot by a bunch of daffodils. I don't think he's dead. I think he's having the life of Riley somewhere. He's probably selling double glazing in Newport Pagnell.
There's just something about being bad that goes hand in hand with attracting the ladies.
You're really sweet.
That's all that I can do. Your eyes tell me to pursue, but you say, look, yeah, but don't touch, baby.
Now, bad boys don't come much more smooth than heartthrob Steve Owen. He's more at home with mind games than fisticuffs.
Steve, just bring her back. You say please. Please. Come on! You can do better than that. You're breaking up on me, Phil. I said please! Goodbye, Phil.
Steve Owen for me was like the nice bad.
Steve was the classic, you know, suited and booted, very charismatic, blue-eyed gangster, you know, who looked very, very cool.
He is a bad boy, but he's just so incredibly handsome and good looking and kind of suave that you find it very hard to dislike him.
He plays a very good game, and it's always his game.
Tragically, hard man Steve Owen came to an untimely end.
Phil, the door's stuck! Phil!
Poor old Steve, eh? On the face of it, he looked like he had everything, but he turned out to lose it all. One of the square's most recent lethal Lotharios was Nathan Williams. He caused quite a stir.
Yeah, Nathan, he's slimy, bottom of the canal bad.
You're just a sad, desperate old slapper. I only picked you up because I felt sorry for you. Well, I've done my bit for caring the community, so sling it.
Like, really bad.
Nathan Williams is another in a long line of damaged children damaged or abandoned by their parents who come back to seek revenge.
2 weeks after you left her, she found out she was pregnant.
What?
Jane isn't just my business partner. She's also my mother. His prime motivation is just to get him and his father on their own to be like it was when it was just him and his mum.
And you keep away from my family, all right? You and that slag you run errands for.
Boy, that's enough.
Jane has already wrecked my family once. Ain't that enough for her?
As I understand it, Roy did the wrecking, not her, mate. He was the one playing away from home on the very night his wife was giving birth. The little things that Nathan does to Barry, the little side swipes, are just there all the time in the dialogue.
So you're still here?
Just want it to look like I'm making an effort. I do wish you'd come out here early though, Barry, because having to stare at you ugly mug was putting me right off my food. Barry was such easy meat for him that he just pushed it. Nathan pushed it further and further and further. You know, what could I do to get rid of this guy? And hitting on his wife is definitely tops the list. Hi. You look nice.
Thanks.
I don't suppose Barry even notices what you've got on these days. So what you wearing underneath? The last scene in the kitchen. That was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it's really well written as well.
Looking for this?
From the moment Nathan stepped in the room, he was trying to blag it straight away. Just tell me exactly what it is I'm supposed to have done.
There's no supposed about it.
You know exactly what you've done.
Yeah, he wanted Barry to hit him so that he can turn around and go, Dad. Looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, doesn't it?
That is my wife you are talking about.
Why should she go back to hamburgers after she's had a steak? To do that, he had to really, really wind him up. So he really came out. He was a really evil person. That's when you saw it best, I think.
You see? You see what they're like?
This is all about revenge.
Don't you dare judge me. You attempted once yourself, remember? It is important, I think, for audiences to see bad boys fall or get their comeuppance.
Dad!
Get out.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I said get out. And Nathan, be under no illusion. This isn't about you being illegitimate. It's about you being a bastard.
It's easy to get sidetracked by their charm, but remember that bad boys get that name from the really terrible things that they've done. Let me remind you.
In the cool of the evening when everybody's getting
Come on now. Open wide.
you and see a movie. First I say no, I got some plans for tonight, and then I stop and say alright. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little
Now, there's nothing bad boys enjoy more than getting into a bit of bother.
touch you for sure. Your little eye will be a winking. I get confused, I never know where I stand, and then you smile and hold my hand. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little boy like you.
Now, only in the true East End of London could the Mitchell brothers exist. They transformed the bad boy image and give us two for the price of one.
The Mitchell brothers were bad, like, you know, they were like at it bad all the time too.
In a way, Phil Mitchell and Grant Mitchell were perfectly suited to each other, because although they were bad boys, one was completely tortured inside of him, whereas the other one just didn't really give a damn what he did.
If you think I was hard on you, you want to spend some time alone with my brother.
And the Mitchells, who are, you know, the sort of legends on you know, the two bad boys and all the rest of it, using their physical presence.
Maybe you should go and wait in the car. This won't take long.
There are generally, usually, bad brothers have always been associated with from the craze, from whenever.
I'll just put on some music, drown out the noise. Yeah, good idea.
Don't leave me with this psycho.
If Grant Mitchell was one kind of bad boy, he was kind of the gorilla kind of bad boy. You could hear his knuckles scraping down the pavement as he went off to do what he felt was right for the world.
Now, David doesn't know, does he?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
And you're not going to tell him, are you? Good.
Grant's tragedy was that he could never really articulate what he wanted in life, and through that he always lost the women in his life, and that led to all the bad things that happened to him.
Sure enough, brotherly love did turn to hatred when Phil found out that Grant had been sleeping with Kathy. Then two became one.
You've ruined my whole life. Ruined the last chance for me to be with my son out of spite.
Yeah, you know something? It was hardly worth the wait. Stop the car. Get stuffed.
I said stop the car! Phil!
With only one Mitchell boy left, things threatened to get a little bit quiet, but lo and behold, scriptwriters had us on the edge of our seats as we tried to work out who shot Phil.
We had to make Phil badder than he had been, and we made him fairly unredeemable, because we had to get him to the point where 5 people would shoot him.
You're gonna regret that.
You want to know what she was like? Well, the answer's good. But not as good as your mum. Nah, not at all. Mind you, they both had plenty of practice, haven't they?
Yeah. Leave it!
Come on.
Leave it!
What do you think you're staring at, eh? You want to get Mel to give her some tips? She could do with some help in the bedroom department.
It's a classic whodunit, and it worked really well, you know.
I know who you are the next time I see ya. I'm gonna turn your backsides. You hear me?
Now, there were plenty of people who hated Phil enough to pull the trigger, but it leads us nicely on to Dan Sullivan, who was framed for the attempted assassination.
Dan Sullivan was very much from the kind of Grant Mitchell school of a villain, in that he was undone by women. Although, to be fair, like, he was a very naughty boy, because you really shouldn't sleep with a mother and a daughter. He wasn't necessarily malevolently evil, he was just wronged, and when he was wronged, he became very nasty indeed.
You're doing my mum's head. She's falling apart.
You was the one who wanted to screw her up. So now you got to pay the consequences, ain't ya? I wanted you to get away with Brashy, because I will. I will. The old lot of you. Piggy and Roy. The old scam.
Yeah, Dan Sullivan, I mean, the most physically intimidating villain, I think, because Dan, you know, he was such a big guy, and you just felt, geez, you know, I wouldn't want to come. I wouldn't even dare step on his bad side.
So Dan got framed for shooting Phil. The court case was a cliffhanger.
Madam Foreman, do you find the defendant, Dan Sullivan, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Dan got off, and he took his revenge.
Dan, what am I doing here? What do you want from me?
Oh, you're keeping me company, aren't you?
You're twisted.
I'm twisted, am I? I'm twisted. Your husband and Phil Mitchell put me in the nick for something I didn't do, and I'm the one who's off me nut.
What has you being in the nick got to do with Steve?
The two people in the world that I really, really hate. And what they got in common?
Matthew Rose was another one to be wronged by Steve Owen, but like Dan, he got his own back big time.
I think people liked the fact that Matthew turned the tables and became the sort of evil one.
Fancy the odds. You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm better than you think. I'm smart enough to know that a gun without bullets isn't much of a threat.
I think the audience like it if the villains and the bad boys are really disliked, I think they like it when they do get their comeuppance.
This is how it ends. Everything's stripped away until all that's left is who you are. A pathetic little runt begging for life with snot on your face.
Alright, so we've had Love Rats and we've had Thuggish Brutes in Walford, but there's one man so bad, so nasty, so offensive that he's left a lasting impression on the nation. I think you'll agree that this man is pure evil.
Nick was just evil personified. There wasn't a good bone in his body.
Or just repulsive in every way.
Not nice.
The thing about Nick Cotton is he's like a bad penny. He just keeps coming back.
Hello, Mark.
Oh my good God. When he first came out, it was really a breath of fresh air because he was this kind of leather jacket, you know, kind of really tattooed, earring, you know, a real mean guy.
I mean, you could say he was a straight villain, but nobody is as simple as that.
Every Nick Cotton story is always about, has he redeemed this time? And the answer is always no.
One of the first times we saw Nick was when he was fighting with Ali the Turk in the Queen Vic, and he gets thrown out by Dirty Dan.
What's the matter, hey? What's the matter? Get him back! Oh, be careful! Hey? You're far!
And then comes back a few minutes later and punches a hole through the glass window, saying, "Stuff your poxy pub." I like Nick's bravado. I like the way he just puts a finger up to the world and doesn't give a damn.
Oh, Phil, your hair's different.
So will your teeth be going to keep your mouth shut?
I suppose the most evil thing Nick has done is try to poison his own mother.
Who was you talking to?
Oh, just some little Herbert playing knockdown ginger.
Oh.
You know, the sort of pranks these kids get up to, eh?
Yeah.
I can't think of one redeeming characteristic that Nick Cotton has. I've tried and tried. Just when he gave the leather jacket to Ashley, that was a big moment.
You always wanted a proper leather jacket, didn't you? What are you doing? Yeah, well, it's yours.
Are you sure?
Try it on.
Oh, yes. Oh, cheers, Dad. This is wicked.
I'm really proud of you, you know.
The worst thing he's ever done was inadvertently killing his own son and Dot's only grandson. Pretty tragic.
What finally has shattered everything with Dot is the death of Ashley and the fact that he was responsible.
Ashley was like a partner in crime too, so he was like a soulmate as well as a son, and he finally tracked him down and got him back, and so to have his own son die.
Is he all right? I said, is he all right? I'm sorry.
No.
There's a scene I did over the coffin, which was, yeah, when I think about it now, kind of, it's funny, I get,
Wasn't much of a dad, was I, son? Any more than my old man was for me. I never dreamt we'd be here, though.
he's out there somewhere, being the old devil that he always was. So watch out, folks. Keep your doors shut. Lock your windows. Summertime's the worst time for burglaries, but the best time for Nick.
Just when you thought Eastenders had done every imaginable take on a bad boy, along comes one to top the bill. Wife beater Trevor Morgan.
I mean, there's different kinds of bad people, but I mean, Trevor Morgan, he's bad.
For me, the best one has been the evil Trevor more recently. When I first saw him on the screen, I thought he's great.
He's not a costume baddie or a pantomime baddie. You don't see him and instantly hate him and think that, you know, oh God, he's awful. And that's testament to Alex as well. There's actually something very soft about the way he plays Trevor.
I think Trevor is fascinating because Trevor takes the whole bad boy thing into a new into an area the show hasn't really been in before, which is he's done something unforgivable, but he raped little Mo, he beat her up, he did the most appalling things to her, yet people find him an attractive character.
I'll finish this in a minute and then we can enjoy ourselves, yeah?
Did you go and see your family earlier?
No, I've been round there all day.
You're lying.
I watch it and I really don't like the guy, do you know what I mean? You'd cross the street if you saw him coming.
His level of tolerance, I think, is very short. I mean, if he was to phone up British Gas and be put on hold and have to speak to an answering machine for 10 minutes, I think he'd blow his top. Tell me what's going on with your family. You owe me that.
I can't.
I feel sorry for him because I think that he has no other way of communicating except through kind of violence and through aggression.
You're not going to do this to me, you bitch. You're not going to hold out on me.
Screen-wise, the worst thing Trevor did to me, where I had to film, was actually having my face put in the food. Oh, Trevor, please. That was really humiliating as an actress as well. It was very strange how awful I felt.
For me, that's the it's the lowest as an actor where I've kind of thought, oh, this is too much.
Oh, come on, eat up.
I think the public needed to see her standing up for herself and wanted to see her kind of get a bit of guts.
Listen, I'm not letting you leave.
Oh, you can't stop me.
I'm warning you, you're my wife!
Come on then, come on! Give us a little present to remember you by. Come on!
No, he definitely loves her.
I don't think he knows how to express that love, really. He thinks that he's got to own her or she is his possession.
I told you to stay put.
The iron scene was a hard scene to play because for Casey to get to that point where little Mo did lash out, I think it was interesting to watch her get to that point because little Mo's not that kind of character. Yeah, it was a rubber iron.
Now, the key to becoming a good bad guy is to perfect the menacing look.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has on that heath, babe, and he keeps it out of sight.
So that's a look at some of the bad boys of Albert Square. Angel may have gone, but some like Phil remain. And watch out, Walford, because you can guarantee there'll be a new kid in the block soon.
1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss.